By the power vested in me by the state of Colorado, I pronounce you, Manuel Alejandro Mendez and Amelia Mendez, as husband and wife, lawfully wedded before this universe. Manny, you may now kiss the bride.
Now, who am I supposed to say?
You look lovely. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here on this beautiful day to witness the union of Manuel Alejandro Mendez and Amelia and Pompey in holy matrimony. This is a day of great celebration and reverence on which we can come together before the universe and recognize and commemorate the sacred love and dedication shared between these two people. It is wonderful to have family and friends here to join us today. The groom and bride would like to thank their guests for being here and would like you to know that each of you were invited here on this day because you have played an integral part in their intertwining lives. Marriage is truly a magical gift. As Mark Twain noted, marriage makes of two fractional lives a whole, and it gives to two purposeless lives a work. It gives to two questioning natures a reason for living and everything to live for. It will give a new gladness to the sunshine, a new fragrance to the flowers, a new beauty to the earth, a new mystery to life. In this time that Manny and Amelia have spent together, they built the sturdy foundation for a lifelong relationship. After a great deal of thoughtful consideration, they've decided to bind themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. May you all remember and cherish this sacred ceremony, for on this day with love, we will forever bind Manny and Amelia together. Who's giving the bride today? You can just say, I do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Marriage is a sacred ceremony. Today we observe the union of these two people with the respect the occasion warrants. What we honor with reverence, however, we also celebrate with great joy. For married life, a shared life, is a tremendous blessing. Now, as Manny and Amelia embark on this journey together, they will be able to nurture a love that makes each of them better versions of themselves. Marriage is indeed the perfect garden for which to sow and harvest personal growth. Manny and Amelia, learn to work together. Learn to laugh together. Learn to love together. Don't get caught up in the otherworldly things that will draw you apart. Instead, focus on your shared devotion and turn inward. As your relationship strengthens, you will find that you come to share a remarkable love, a love that is both abundantly given and freely accepted. The joy you'll find as you pursue your shared lives will fuel you to face head-on challenges you'll encounter on this earth. On your journey together, keep your spouse in the space of your highest priority in your heart. The love you share must be guarded and cherished. It is your most valuable treasure. I solemnly consecrate these matrimonial proceedings and the sacred covenant you shall both enter into on this day. Marriage is an ancient rite. As you enter into this union, you are choosing to take part in a historical human establishment and are pledging your commitment before the witnesses present here today and to enter into tradition with honor. Love, as it has been noted, is the reason we live. The world is so exquisite with so much love and moral depth, we should remain grateful every day for the brief but magnificent opportunity that provides the sum of all our evolution of thinking and all our accomplishments is love. Manny and Amelia, the sacred vows that you make to one another today present you with the opportunity to express your love in your own words. I would, at this time, invite you to publicly declare these vows. Yes. Manuel Alejandro Mendez, you may begin.
Amelia, I have changed my mind. 2020 was a terrible year to get married. 2021 would have been adequate. 2019 would have been amazing. Thank you, Lorena. However, forest fires or pandemics or whatever comes to us, my love for you will always be eternal. It took me 9 years to get here, but I needed that time to become the man you deserve. I can still picture the first months of our relationships, that nervous feeling in my stomach. I knew this feeling was just different. With every inside joke and Olive Garden dessert, I fell in love with you even more. My college drunk nights started to end with midnight voicemails proposing to you. I acted embarrassed, but I loved the idea. Marrying you seemed such a wonderful dream. But look where we are now. We have been through a lot of this past 9 years together. We have formed a strong foundation for our relationship. You taught me how to be a better listener, and I taught you what to avoid in a Mexican restaurant. I love you. I love you so much. I love our morning walks, our beautiful cats. I know life is ultimately and infinitely better when you're around. My whole purpose from here on out is to make you smile every single day. I am just the luckiest man alive. I found a strong, non-agreeable woman, a partner to push me forward. And I just can't wait to continue going on adventures with you, to start a family, to adopt more cats and dogs, to grow old, to love with no end inside. Amelia, I love you more than I will ever love someone. I will do anything for you as my partner in crime. You're my everything, my soulmate. I promise you always to put you first, to care for you. You deserve the world, and I will give it to you. I'm just so fortunate to get to call you my wife.
Just a moment. Amelia and Pompey, you may make your promise now.
Manny, I feel overwhelmingly lucky and proud to be standing with you today. You are the best partner that anyone could ever wish for. I love you so much, and I'm incredibly lucky that I found you. I know how rare it is to find your soulmate the first week freshman year of college. We have had so many amazing adventures, both the wonderful ones and the really difficult ones. But even those I felt were easy because I was with you. We can face anything that comes our way and come out of it with the other side with inside jokes. Look at the little legs. I have had a lot of trouble writing my vows. I'm not sure why, but everything I wrote down didn't sound right. I just couldn't capture how wonderful our relationship has been and how excited I am that I get to spend my life with you. So this is the very best that I could do. Bear with me. So, on my 11th birthday, I packed my trunk and waited for my Hogwarts letter. I naively believed that I would go to Hogwarts. I didn't. But I did tell you that story, and you promised me that someday you would take me there. I didn't believe you, but I fell in love with the sentiment. 5 years later, you took me to Harry Potter World in a hurricane. We didn't have to wait in a single line, and my wand chose me, and it felt like magic. That's what being with you feels like I'm 11 years old, and I just got my Hogwarts letter. Seriously, though, anyone who doesn't believe in magic has never tried to find a parking spot with you. We have a unique story. We got engaged at a haunted hotel on April Fool's Day, and we're getting married in a pandemic. I'm not sure where life will take us next, but I know that it will never be boring or bad, because you have a special kind of magic where everything feels possible, even easy. These last few years would have been really hard if I hadn't been with you. But no matter how sick I felt, you made me feel like it was going to be okay. And I know that it made the relationship uneven at times. You had to put in so much work. And you never made it feel like a burden. I promise that whenever you need me to, I will do anything it takes for this relationship. I will support you through whatever life throws at us. And I will never make it feel like a burden. I will wake us up every day, even if I can sleep in, so that we can go on our morning walks. And I will make you coffee so that it doesn't feel as terrible. I will listen to your good and bad days. I will be the person to carry this relationship whenever you need me to. I'm so excited that I get to spend all of my future holidays, vacations, and everyday life with you. I promise you that I will choose you every day for everything, the whole time.
Manuel Alejandro Mendez and Amelia Ann Pompey, please face one another and join hands. Manny, do you take Amelia to be your lawfully wedded wife? By making this commitment, you are joining in the sacred covenant of marriage. Do you promise to honor her in love, to be sensitive to her needs, to comfort her in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in her so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Amelia, do you take Manny to be your lawfully wedded husband? And by making this commitment, you are joining in the covenant of marriage. Do you promise to honor him in love, to be sensitive to his needs, to comfort him in difficulty, and to put your full and complete trust in him so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay. To commemorate this union, you may now exchange the rings. The circle formed by each ring symbolizes your eternal love and commitment to one another. Let your rings remind you that you'll always love and of the promises that you made here today. Do we have the rings? Okay, who has the rings? I don't have the rings.
You can put this one on you.
Okay.
You have rings.
Will each of you please repeat after me
Just put this on.
as you place the ring on your loved one's hand? I, Manny Mendez,
I, Manny Mendez,
give you, Amelia Pompey,
give you, Amelia Pompey,
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
the symbol of love and commitment.
With this ring I wed thee.
This ring I wed thee.
We can just skip the part since we don't have Mandy's. You want to put that one on?
There's
All right.
no way. Like I said.
Repeat after me. I, Amelia,
I, Amelia,
give you,
give you,
Manuel Alejandro Mendez,
Manuel Alejandro Mendez,
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment.
With this ring I wed thee.
With this ring I wed thee.
By the power vested in me by the state of Colorado, I pronounce you, Manuel Alejandro Mendez and Amelia Mendez, as husband and wife, lawfully wedded before this universe. Manny, you may now kiss the bride.
Heck yeah. We did it! We beat COVID!
Oh my God, we finally got done.
I called and I don't know, man.
I know that someone had the ring.
Yeah, you did such a good job.
You guys were going to make me cry.
I was crying.
I was trying to
I was crying.
I was trying so hard not to cry. When these two were crying right in front of you, I was just like, ugh.
Just one thing, it was Pompeii.
And then I said, Pompey, I'm like, what?
It's because Manny always calls her Pompey to me.
He did a great job.
Ride on. I will ride on down the road. I will find you. I will hold you. I will let somebody know, but I'll find you. I will hold you and I will hold you. This time between something that I feel. From those other boys, but this time it's real. It's something that I feel. It feels like paradise running through your bloody veins. You know it's love heading your way. always love heading your way. My time, well, it's a never-ending helter-skelter. We'll be out whatever the weather. My heart, my boom, boom, heart, it's a beat, and it's a thumping, and I'm alive. I know you've heard it from those other boys, but this time between, it's all in that I feel it. I know you heard it from those other boys, but this time it's real, it's all in that I feel it. And if it feels like paradise running through your bloody veins, you know it's love heading your way.
It's easy to see how everything is loosely put into a box to describe how well it is working. But can you tell me, how did she knock me off of my feet? When she said hello, my name is beautiful, I said excuse me miss, but it's time for me to hit the floor. And now this dancing has turned to falling. Words can't do justice to this girl I know. And it's those deep breaths that get me through the time she's standing next to me. She's nothing short of lovely. Does she notice that I can't breathe? Everything around me's getting hazy. I'm loosening up my tie, no use in being shy. So take one petal at a time and toss it to the ground. Closer now, I'll touch your lips to mine and feel how we have to hold our breath to make sure we don't miss one moment tonight. Ooh, oh yeah. Under this moonlight, I can see the mystery behind your eyes. With every taste, girl, well, I delight in you. And yet this distance that separates my hand from yours can only make me appreciate your heart. I adore you. So take one petal at a time and toss it to the ground. Closer now, I'll touch your lips to mine and feel how we have to hold our breath to make sure we don't miss one moment tonight. Ooh, oh, quiet. She's fast asleep into my arms, she's clinging. Well, you're mine, girl, and my heart is yours. Whoa, whoa. So take one petal at a time and toss it to the ground. Closer now, I'll touch your lips to mine and feel how we have to hold our breath to make sure we don't miss one moment tonight. Oh, oh, yeah.
Thank you. Good evening. And I really appreciate everyone that's come tonight. It's obviously very trying times, and it's so beautiful to see so many people here willing to celebrate, a really bright moment in what's been a very dark time for a lot of us. And for me personally, to be here and to be able to interact with all of you, and of course, my best friend and his beautiful, beautiful bride is incredible. It gives me, a little hope to kind of keep going. They did tell me they got the rings. Thank you. Thank you. I knew you had a job. Just kidding. I'm also going to read off my phone because, I'm that guy. It's 2020. Sorry. So I met Manny my freshman year of high school. We were sharing a class with Mr. Anderson. I don't even know what class it was. Market yourself. This makes a lot of sense. This is why we're here today. Market yourself with Manny. And he wasn't this suave businessman that you see before you today. He was this really dorky band kid. He had really long, bushy hair, and it kind of covered his eyes, and he was quiet. He was still tall. I'm still short. Things didn't pan out for me, but they obviously worked out for Manny. But there was two things about Manny right away that he would tell you. Number one, he loved his saxophone. He was really good. You asked anybody, even freshman year of high school, they were like, that dude's going to do some stuff on the saxophone. And he very well did, to the best of his extent. But he also loved video games, and that's kind of where like our friendship started. We would play Gears of War on the original Xbox from like noon to 2 a.m. And that's actually how I met Manny's mom. Was over Xbox Live, because at like 3 a.m. one morning, she was making him lunch. It was weird. He was like, it's a Mexican thing, don't worry about it. We really became best friends in college, though. One night, I was out at a bar, if you can believe it. Il Canto, which is the singer. Most people know that. And I hadn't gone with Manny, but Manny showed up with a bunch of people from Olive Garden. I was really broke at the time. I was a bum. I kind of was just running up a tab. And Manny picked it up, because he kind of knew me from high school, and he was like, hey, if we're going to be friends, though, like, you need a job. Like, show up to Olive Garden tomorrow morning and be ready for your interview, because that's the only way this friendship's going to work. And that's how I got my first job. And so, lucky for me, our drunken shenanigans continued for a long time. And I had a job now to supplement that, because Manny couldn't carry all that weight. But it became very clear to me, obviously we weren't 21, sorry guys. But we would go to the same bar over and over again. It was Il Canto, and Manny would flash an Olive Garden coupon to get in the door. I'm not even making that up. It was literally a $5 off coupon. You could get soup and salad for like $3, and somehow that really hurt us on a Sunday morning after we had blown all our money and the bartenders would come in. There were no tips to be made, but I guess we made a way. What I didn't know would happen through all of our drunk shenanigans is that I would meet this really great family. I mean, every time I went over to their house, Mrs. Mendez would welcome me like I was another member of the family. She would ask me everything. She would talk to me nonstop. She would always want to know the tea about what was ever going on at school, what girls we were seeing, what was going on. But as soon as I sat down, Mr. Mendez would show up. He'd be like, you want bucanas? You want Tecate? You want tequila? I was like, sir, it's a Monday night. He was like, yeah, well, and? Lorena's not super behind us, so she would be there, and she would also be feeding us the tea. We would also kind of be like, hey, which one of your friends is single? Like, I'm 18, it's cool. Nikki, however, she's doing backflips off the couch and climbing on the table. She's throwing our Risk pieces all over the room. Can't even play a game, like, uninterrupted. That's okay, though. The really underrated thing here is that I cannot express enough how fortunate I am for a second family. Every time, no matter what's going on, you guys welcome me in like a member of your family. It doesn't matter if I haven't seen you in a year, 5 months, or 5 minutes. I appreciate that out of you guys so much. Thank you, really, for welcoming me into this beautiful family. And lucky you, brand new beautiful daughter to the family, and I can't even express how happy that makes me. I've cried too many times today, so we're gonna kind of cut out the last bit there because we don't want to see that. But there's not really anything that I can say about Manny. The problem is anything that I stand up here and say to you, it's not gonna mean enough. This guy has been an absolute role model to me. He's someone that I aspire to be. He's so happy. He's so patient. He's just an absolute textbook gentleman. And if everyone in the world could be like Manny, man, things would be a lot better, I tell you that. It's difficult when I talk about Manny because he's always been there for me. He'll come through in whatever situation. Again, he's been raised by such incredible people that he's my guy. He means the absolute world to me. And man, do I feel lucky to have him in my life. And I know we had this conversation last night, and so we're not really going to have it again. But I love you, and I wish I could be like you. And congrats, man. I couldn't be happier for you. Oh, sorry. JB, you're the luckiest of us all because you get to live with him. You get to marry him, and he gets to be everything that you're going to be or that you want to be. I can look around this room right now, and I can see everyone here, and I can understand that these two people have touched you, and I'm sure that you understand where I'm coming from and how Manny and how Amelia have touched you and why it's such a beautiful moment for all of us to be here. When you guys met, I didn't have the pleasure of meeting you, but I heard a lot about you. And I heard about you like night after night through an Xbox headset, like miles and miles away. And I didn't need to see you to know how beautiful you are, because that came through the microphone. That like exploded in my ear every night. And it was like this most beautiful explosion of colors. And then I met you, and I was like, wow. And that's where Manny gets lucky too. And then I met you. And there's not a better person I could picture for my best friend. Amelia, you're getting one hell of a person. You're getting one hell of a friend. And I know that at the end of the day, no matter what, he's going to do anything and everything to make you his. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hi, everyone. So I do not like public speaking, so his long speech is not what I have going on, but that's fine because she knows this. So if nobody knows me, I'm Krista. I'm one of Amelia's closest friends. We've known each other since we were 6 years old is what we usually tell people, but that's a give or take kind of thing. Our friendship didn't really start to bloom until like senior year of high school. So maybe all those other years we probably thought each other was weird or something. But she has grown to be a spectacular woman, and I look up to her, and she's beautiful, and Manny, you better take care of her. So, oh my goodness, you have been my best friend. Maybe if I don't look at her, it'll be better. But you have been my partner in crime. But now I have to share you with Manny. So Manny, I hope you know how to take this position and be her partner in crime. but I will always be there for her too. So if she needs something crazy, she'll call me probably before you. More like burying your dead body, but we'll get to that later. But when Amelia first told me she was dating a guy that she met at a comedy club that asked to sit next to her, when she had bright blue hair, I didn't think the relationship would last, to be honest. Like, why? But look at these two now. They're going stronger than ever. One of my favorite memories of these two, a group of us were going to dinner in Greeley because they went to the grossest school possible in Colorado. But hey, I guess they met each other. I'm sorry, Greeley stinks. But they were dancing in a gazebo, just randomly, with no music, and we're walking to dinner. But that's when I knew that these two will last forever. So I love you, and I wish that you guys have the happiest time together. But there's a quote that I want to tell you. Let me find it, because I want to get it right. So it's from my sister's keeper. You don't love someone because they are perfect. You love them in spite of the fact they're not. So remember that, because Manny's going to drive you nuts. And Manny's going to come hungover, but act perfectly fine. So just remember that he's not perfect, but you'll love him forever. So I couldn't be more happy for you two. So let the adventures begin. Sorry, it was short, but...
Amelia and I met sophomore year of high school, and our friendship started the way that any might, with each of us convinced that the other hated us. Thankfully, we got over that. We got over that, right? Yeah, okay. Because that would make this pretty awkward. The rest of high school is filled with memories that I'll cherish forever. And this is including, but not limited to, a Halloween slumber party where we got scared out of our mind by the movie Zombieland. And after going to bed, I had talked in my sleep, and then the next morning she had told me that she thought she'd have to hit me over the head with her lamp. Twice. Double tap, it's a rule. Convincing the gym teacher to let us skip class so that we could practice our dance for the talent show because it was like practically the same thing. And your ambition to play Sweeney Todd in the choir medley of the musical. You were so righteous and just because you had said, I hope I remember this quote right, if Orlando Bloom could play a man, so could you. Yeah, high school was filled with these memories like that. And more than those memories was a girl, a young woman, who is so kind, loyal, compassionate, loving, a woman so remarkable that every moment with her is one worth having. Moments that all add up to a friendship that anyone would be lucky to have, a friendship I am so fortunate to have experienced in my lifetime. I've always been bad at transitions, so when I met Manny for the first time, and I had already heard plenty about him, like so much. It wasn't like an Xbox game set, but there was talking. Okay, so this huge group of people was going out, we were going out for dinner, and I had been invited. I didn't know anybody except Amelia, and it was a problem because I assure you, I wasn't nearly as confident and charming as I am today. So I was pretty nervous, but on the ride to dinner, Manny had actually put my favorite band on the radio. No request needed, no prop, just popped him on. It was a small gesture, but it had showed the same kindness that I had seen in Amelia for years. And as more years went on, I continued to see and hear about that kindness and loyalty and compassion and love they show to everyone around them and even more to each other. Amelia, you have found your match in Manny, and that much is clear for everyone to see. And I am so honored that you asked me to be here today, and I am so happy for the two of you. And you're married. I love you.
Walk in your rainbow paradise. Strawberry lipstick state of mind. I get so lost inside your eyes. To believe it. You don't have to say love me. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say you're mine, honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you, oh honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. It's the only thing I'll ever do.
Hey Manny, I'm currently at your wedding right now, and I've known you for about 17 years, and hopefully you're watching this 17 years from now. You know better than anybody that I'm probably the last person who should be giving you a relationship advice or saying anything about that stuff, but I just want to say that I know that when you're watching this, you know, you guys are still together, you're still happy as ever, feels like the first day again, and I just hope, and well, I know that you guys are still enjoying every day with each other, and I know you'll enjoy many more, so congratulations again, if I haven't already said it to you many times before, and I love you guys. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you.
Honey, walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you, oh honey. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do.
Well, hi guys. Congratulations. So glad that you guys got married. Love you very much both, and I'd say like my one piece of advice would probably be never go to bed angry, because all the nights that Matt and I did that was just not great. So always try and make up, always try to find a resolution, and you'll do great. So love you guys. And that's it.
Oh honey, walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do. Walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you, oh honey. Oh honey, walk through fire for you. Just let me adore you, oh honey. Just let me adore you. Like it's the only thing I'll ever do.
Manny, Amelia, congratulations. Thanks for having us here. It's been quite a ride between us rooming together and all that, and all the memories that we've made. We look forward to making a lot more memories with you, and we're so happy to be here to celebrate with you in the worst year of our lives.
But it's the best day ever. And some advice for you: marriage is hard.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs, yeah, for sure. So if you're experiencing it down, we've probably experienced it too, because marriage is hard. But you guys are magical and wonderful, and you guys are gonna make it. You're gonna make it. And we're really happy to be your friends, family, maybe even. So we're excited to see where this future takes you.
Love you, Mendezes.
Love you.
All right.
That was beautiful.
That's good.
wildest dreams, would I come running home to you?
Hey guys, it's just me. I just want to let you know that I love you both, and my advice for you is just take a breath when each other like drives you nuts. Take like a few minute, like 5-minute break, and come back and just sit down and talk about whatever bothered you in the first place besides fighting about it.
Hey Manny, Amelia, congratulations. I'm currently at your wedding. I'm so happy and proud of both of you. I just hope when you're watching this about 15 to 20 years from now or in the future, hopefully we're still getting together playing Risk. Hopefully we're not drinking IPAs, because as we both know, that doesn't end well for me. But thank you so much again for letting me be part of this very special day for both of you. And yeah, thank you so much and congratulations.
Hey, happy marriage day, Manny and Amelia. Really happy for you guys. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of this. I was told to kind of address you guys 10 to 15 years in the future. So I want to say I hope your flying cars are pretty cool. Yeah, I hope you guys have everything that you want. I know that you guys, are going to be just so happy together, whenever you decide to watch this video. But I love you guys so much. Thank you again, and all the best.
I can't write one song that's not about you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late to tell you that everything means nothing if I can't have you? I can't write one song that's not about you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late to tell you that everything means nothing if I can't have you?
Okay, so as an expert on marriage, as I have been married for 2, possibly 3 years, I would say a big thing that you hear is don't go to bed angry. And that's got some merit, yeah, but I think something to pay attention to in regards to that is don't start fights at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And 2, if you're in a fight that late at night and you're just so tired and things are getting worse, go to bed. Maybe calm down, get some sleep, put a pin in it, come back to it in the morning. And you'll realize, oh hey, maybe I was being a little bit unreasonable. Maybe I have a little better perspective with some rest. Don't go to bed angry is, don't. But also, don't fight if mentally you're not gonna work together on a problem. That's something that has taken Riley and I our whole relationship to learn, that sometimes a fight it doesn't need to be there. And you can be calm and you can be chill the next day. And you can solve the problem together, because it's never you versus the other. It is the both of you versus what is coming in between you. And you can kick its ass. I know that you can, and you have so many times. And I love you both.
I can't write one song that's not about you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late to tell you that everything means nothing if I can't have you? I can't write one song that's not about you. Can't drink without thinking about you. Is it too late to tell you that everything means nothing if I can't have you?
Congratulations, you guys. It's so incredible to be here. I can't thank you guys enough. The best advice that I have for you is to remember why you fell in love and to remember the characteristics that brought you guys together. You guys are such an incredible couple. You're so quirky, you're so funny, you're so like full of life. Even in the face of adversity, you guys breathe that into the people that are around you. And that's gonna serve you guys so much more than anything I could ever say. When it comes to those hard times, please tap into that, own it, be it, enjoy each other. You all deserve each other, and I couldn't be happier for you.
She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me.
Hola hijo, me da mucho gusto que ya hayas realizado este paso tan importante en tu vida, que hayas encontrado una excelente mujer y espero que siempre tengan mucho respeto a ambos. El amor abre todo, hijo, y da muchas posibilidades. Yo he visto cómo los dos han sufrido mucho, pero los dos se han apoyado. Emilia, eres una gran mujer, te quiero mucho y gracias por amar tanto a mi hijo. Que sean muy felices.
Amelia and Manny, well, Dad and I are very, very happy that you took the step. It was about time. It took 9 years, but we're really happy. And we're I did not lose. It's going to sound kind of like cliche, I guess, right? But we didn't lose a son, we gained a daughter. And we're really happy. And I know that you love my son and my son loves you. And the other thing I could say that just always respect each other, love each other, and you get through anything in the world. I mean, if you have problems, if you love each other, that's just the important thing. Dad and I have been married for 32 years, and we've had our ups and downs, but we love each other, and that's why we're together. And that's the only thing we wanted to say, that we're really happy that you're in our family, Amelia, and I hope that kids come pretty soon, because we're on grandpas.
Yes.
And grandma.
I'm agreeing with that.
Love you.
Love you.
We loved your wedding. It's beautiful.
Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Oh, come on, girl. I realize this is my last chance. She took my arm. I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said,
Hi, JB and Manny. Just keep loving each other and keep your family close and give me lots of grandchildren. That's all I ask.
Grandchildren, how did I not know that was coming? My dad always said the strangest thing, and it took me a long time to understand it, and I think I've got it now. And he could say, throw a blanket on her or him, and just keep them warm. It's a loving gesture to put out there. So throw a blanket on them is just an all-purpose expression for love someone. Love them as best you can and as they are. That's our timely advice, and you guys got it rocking. You're doing it.
And have lots of children.
Yes.
There.
I'm waking up at the start of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone. The cars are moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers and waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've gone. Let's see how far we've gone. Well, I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna but I don't really know. And I can't remember caring for an hour or so. Started crying and I couldn't stop myself. I started running, but there's nowhere to run to. I sat down on the street, took a look at myself. Said, where you going, man? You know the world is headed for hell. Say your goodbyes if you got someone you can say goodbye to. I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come right now. Let's see how far we've come. I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Okay. Let's see how far we've come. It's gone, baby, it's all gone. There's no one in the corner and there's no one at home. Well, it was cool, it was just all cool. Now it's over for me and it's over for you. Well, it's gone, baby, it's all gone. There's no one on the corner and there's no one at home. Well, it was cool, it was just all cool. Now it's over for me and it's over for you.
Amelia, I love you more than I will ever love someone. I will do anything for you as my partner in crime. You're my everything, my soulmate. I promise you always to put you first, to care for you. You deserve the world, and I will give it to you. I'm just so fortunate to get to call you my wife.